Let's start today with a question that seems simple, but will hit us like a slap in the face. Which Islam are we living? Because when we look around, we see it. There are plenty of people shouting loudly in the name of religion, but when you look at their lives, it's just one big curtain of lies. Followers of a religion that teaches contentment. Why have they become the pioneers of greed today? We wake up in the morning and the first thing we do as soon as we open our eyes is grab our phones. Notifications are about other people's fake lives. My neighbor went on vacation. I should have gone too. Why not me? We see a new phone on social media and we look at our own phone. Why don't I have this? What's wrong with me? Hundreds of examples like this. So is this the Islam that teaches gratitude and contentment? Or is it a fake Islam that wakes us up every morning to greed? One of the saints says, whoever abandons contentment loses the blessings they have. But whoever is content finds peace even where there are no blessings. But we are living the exact opposite, you know? We look down on what we have and burn with desire for what we don't, almost worshipping it. And this isn't just an individual issue. You go to the market, something you bought for 50 lira yesterday is 100, 150 lira today. Shopkeepers and merchants know no bounds when it comes to profiteering. They think, how much can I mark up the price? How much can I fleece people? And then without shame they say, may God bless it. Why should he bless it, man? Is he going to bless it for the sake of your non-existent conscience? Employers, bosses, blackmail their workers by saying, there are hundreds of people who would work for this wage and steal their rights. But at Friday prayers, Sir is in the front row, or he's posting stories from the Kaaba, putting on a show of being devout. What are you even doing there, man? By stealing, swindling, and robbing the sweat of the poor, you'll never earn anything for the afterlife there. Now I'm asking you, brother, what kind of Islam is this? Is it the religion that commands us to earn justly, or the one we made up that legitimizes opportunism? Honestly, man, when you look at what's happening, I'm sure even the devil would say, man, even I couldn't think of this much, and he'd end up being afraid of us. That's what they say. They say the devil was explaining things to his son. Look, son, that's a tree, that's an animal, that's a rock, and so on, when suddenly a human passes by. And his son asks, Dad, what's that? The devil answers in a panic, stay away from that, son. He does all kinds of crap and then blames it on us. Isn't that exactly our situation, brother? We're the ones making the mistakes, but we always make someone else pay the price. The devil blames the system, the state, fate. So what does true Islam say? Our master, the pride of the universe, peace and blessings be upon him, says, be content and you will be the richest of people. Similarly, Hazrat Omar, may Allah be pleased with him, said, contentment turns hardship into ease. And Hazrat Mevlana said, a heart that is content finds peace everywhere. This is mentioned in the stories of the saints. They ask a dervish, why don't you complain about poverty? He replies, my poverty is nothing compared to the wealth of my contentment. If my heart is satisfied, the rest is yours, may it be blessed for you. These words truly describe real Islam. But is it only religion that says this? No. Reason and science also lead to the same conclusion. The philosopher Epictetus says, if you reduce your needs, you will find true wealth. And the great master Aristotle advises avoiding excess. Virtue is the balance between excess and deficiency. Contentment is right at the center of that balance. In the same way, modern science also proclaims this. Harvard University's 85-year study shows that happiness is not in the money in your pocket, but in contentment and genuine human relationships. Look, according to reports from the American Psychological Association, individuals who constantly chase consumption have anxiety and depression rates that are 30% higher. Research shows that people who constantly want more fall into the trap of hedonic adaptation. That is, when they acquire something new, they experience a brief moment of happiness, but right after, they return to that whirlpool of unhappiness again. An endless cycle of torment. Viktor Frankl says that the meaning of life is lost as long as it is sought outside. When it is found within, it brings peace. The saints considered contentment a treasure. Philosophers regarded it as a virtue. Even modern science says that contentment is vitally necessary for mental health. So what are we still chasing after? Now let's ask ourselves honestly, which Islam am I living? Is it the Islam of ostentation, consumption, and ambition? Or is it the true Islam shaped by contentment, gratitude, justice, and compassion? See you in the next video. May God protect you.